Well guys, that was a fantastic qualifying session for Sunday's race. Yes, today, Friday, is qualifying for Sunday's race for the US Grand Prix. Sprint day tomorrow, and we should be in for a cracking sprint day. Going off the back of what we've just had for qualifying, let's start right at the front. The Q3 session was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Max Verstappen making a mistake. He was under pressure, wasn't he? Looked like throughout that session, the Ferrari was right on form. Mercedes looked back on it. The upgrades worked for them. And Lando Norris pulled off. What a brilliant lap, didn't he? But right at the front, let's start with that. Charles Leclerc is going to start the race on pole position. Fantastic lap. Ferrari, and especially him, were absolutely on it throughout that session. Yeah, it's took me by surprise, that, to be honest with you. I didn't think Ferrari were going to be the ones challenging Red Bull at all, but fantastic. You know, 4 teams in the top 5 at one point in that session. It was really, really close. You know, just a couple of tenths in it in the end. A tenth between Leclerc and Hamilton in 3rd place, and it's Lando Norris, like I said, is going to start the race in 2nd place. I think he pulled off a fantastic lap, because I don't think that McLaren was as fast as Mercedes or Ferrari. I don't think he was ever going to come close to taking pole, but to nick that 2nd place off what should have been probably Lewis Hamilton's 2nd place, because he looked absolutely fantastic, didn't he? But yeah, can he hold on to that in the race? It'll be a fantastic battle. What a top 3 we're going to have. Like, I mean, I'm really excited for the race on Sunday, because them 3 going into that crazy wide turn 1, yeah, all on it for a hunt for the win, don't they? They look like they've got the pace. The Mercedes actually was quite good in practice 1 on the hard tyres, did really well on the long run. So out of the 3, Hamilton in 3rd place looks like the one for the race potentially. But yeah, 4th place Carlos Sainz. 5th for George Russell. He looked off it, didn't he? He was quite a way off Lewis Hamilton throughout the session. I'm not sure if he went another way with his setup, or is he geared more towards the race setup. We'll find out on Sunday, but yeah, he just really struggled. And then comes 6th place Max Verstappen. I did not see that coming whatsoever. Yeah, track limits in the end cost him, didn't he? Wasn't P1. He got pole by 5 thousandths of a second. That's how close it was, guys. And yeah, track limits cost him. He was really scruffy. Had to try and push everything to try and get that lap, didn't he, for pole. Just went over the edge with it, and yeah, cost him really. It's been a poor session for the Red Bull team. P6 for Verstappen. Next comes Pierre Gasly, 7th place Alpine. Yeah, they came strong in that Q3 session, didn't they? And really on it. And there's his teammate right behind him in 8th place in Ocon, and 9th place for Sergio Perez. 6th and 9th for Red Bull. Perez was slow throughout, to be honest with you. Max Verstappen got on the phone to the team, didn't he? Angry over the radio, saying, look, what is this guy doing? Especially on his first run, Max Verstappen felt like Perez had blocked or slowed him down a little bit, give him a bit of dirty air out the last corner down to the straight. But it was never going to be a lap for Max that would have taken pole anyway, but it just added to sort of the frustration, didn't it, under the helmet of Verstappen. Did that eventually, just, you know, that hot-headedness cost him a little bit? I'm not quite sure. P10 for Oscar Piastri. He'll be disappointed with that, because his teammate is 2nd place, and he wasn't really quite on the place of Lando Norris today. Yuki Tsunoda is in 11th place, beats his teammate Danny Rick. Decent session for him. Zhou Guanzu in 12th place, Bottas in 13th. The Alfa Romeo in a bit of a fight with Alpha Tauri there, and Kevin Magnus is in 14th place. That Haas team with big aero upgrades, and it's gone a bit wrong for them today, hasn't it, in qualifying. Danny Rick, he's going to start in 15th place, drop back because of track limits again. Nico Hülkenberg, 16th place, lost a lap because of track limits. Also, he would have been into Q2, and he was first at one point in that session. To tumble down and not get knocked out, I'll be really disappointed. Then comes the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso, and well, their season is ending on a real down spiral, isn't it? It started so magnificently well, and to be knocked out, first time in the whole season actually, he's gone out in Q1 session as Fernando. He'll be really disappointed. Alex Albon in P18, the Williams, both Williams struggling, as did both Aston Martins, to be honest. Lance Stroll is going to start in 19th place. Logan Sargent last, big job on their hands. And Williams will be hoping, probably that Yuki Tsunoda takes some points, or either of them don't get in the points. Because they're in a real dogfight for that 7th place, and their qualifying session today has really put Williams on the back foot. I thought they would be doing a little bit better here, especially with them long straights, but it wasn't to be for either of the Williams cars. Probably more Albon, because he's carried that team, hasn't he, single-handedly. But what a fight, what a race we should have on Sunday. The sprint session and sprint day tomorrow, the shootout again. I can't wait for that, because this qualifying session today was absolutely fantastic. It was on edge. I wasn't ever sure who was going to get pole. I honestly, at the one thought, looked like Lewis Hamilton would have it. Made a mistake in the middle sector, didn't he? And that sort of cost him that chance of pole. But he'll be on it for the race sprint day tomorrow, as will Max Verstappen. They probably want to put right his wrong today, but it's going to be really, really close, because it was today. Fantastic session. I cannot wait for the race on Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow for the sprint day. Thanks for watching.